Hello, am I audible? Let me know in the live chat if I'm audible. Can you hear me? Mention in the live chat if you can hear me. Okay, so we are going to wait for a few minutes. Let everybody join. I can see only 27 students right now. Let us expect at least 100 and we will start after 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, welcome all. Good evening. We will wait for 2 more minutes and then we will start. Okay, we'll start at 7:05. Till then, you can invite your friends if they haven't joined yet. Good evening, good evening, good evening to all. Okay, so we shall start now. Sir, there is no option for us to communicate with you. Why? You can always message us, right? You can message us on app or on WhatsApp. For those who don't know our WhatsApp number, let me just type it right here. Okay, we message all students, so you must have this number, right? This is the number of Vault of Codes. You can message us on WhatsApp if you have any query, or you can download Vault of Codes app, right? You can message us there also. We have a chat system there. Okay, you need uh, oh yes, I remember, you need different certificates, right? You send us a Excel file. We will look into it. Okay, let's start with our assignment discussion, right? Hope everybody has joined. We have less attendance, but it's fine. Okay, we shall start now. First, we are going to discuss the Python week 1, the debugging exercise, right? So this was your assignment of Python week 1, right? You had to find out errors in the code. Okay, so let's find out what the errors were. How many of you are done with your week 1 or week 2 assignments? Let me know. Okay, if you are done or if you are stuck somewhere. Okay, Excel file already was sent. Okay, I'll look into it. Completed assignment. Great. Okay, so the first assignment here was to find out errors in the given code. Okay, and you were instructed to write down those errors and explain them, right? Pretty basic assignment for beginners. Okay, so what's the error in the first code? Completed both, complete assignment. Great. Done. Should I send immediately? Yes, if you are done you should submit them, right? Submit them. Submit as soon as possible. No. See, the error here is, if I'll zoom it a bit, see, the variable here is number of apples, but we are printing number of apple and s is missing here, right? This is the error. The name is wrong. Okay, it was a simple error. Hint was also given here. Done both week assignments. Great. It's okay if you are getting wrong answers, or if you haven't tried yet. Okay, if you haven't done assignments, it's okay. Okay, you can do this your assignments after this class. So what's the error in code snippet 2? Can anybody guess what's the error here? Yes, we will discuss Java too. Okay, don't worry, we will discuss today Python assignments, web development, and Python 2 AI, everything. Can we do assignments in laptop? Yes. Can you repeat? So we were discussing what was the error in this first code snippet, right, for Python students. So the error here is the first variable is number of apples, right, and we have assigned the value 5, but we are printing number of apples which doesn't exist. Okay, we need s here, then it will print 5. Okay, simple error, and s is missing here. Okay, and in the second code snippet, correct, index out of range. See, what the problem is, we are trying to access the third element, but there is no third element because counting starts from 0. So apple is 0, banana is 1, and cherry is 2. 3 doesn't exist. Okay, if you were to print 2 here, then cherry would be the outcome. Okay, how do we do in laptop code and text? See, as instructed in your assignment here, what you need to do is find the error. Okay, then format is also written here. Write the error. Okay, write corrected code and explain the error. So what you need to do is you can open up your Word file, right? Let's take a blank. Okay, then as instructed here, right, write your code, the error, the corrected code, and then explanation here. Okay, then save it. Okay, let's say here, and save it as PDF, right? And then you can submit it through app or anything. Okay, it's pretty basic. This is how you have to submit assignment. For those who are in the previous batch, they can submit through the submission link, right, through Google form. We will talk about Java assignment too. Okay, now let us move on to the next debugging exercise. So what's the error here? Function not behaving as expected. Just a second, I'm getting up. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, I had a little call. Okay, so this is a document file right now what I'm showing you. Okay, so there is no output. These questions here have error, and your purpose is to find out the error, right? I am telling you what the error is, and the rest you have to do. Okay, this is Python week 1 assignment, debugging exercise. First we are discussing Python, and then we will move on to other subjects, right? So the error here is this. In the numbers list here, this is string. Okay, it's not an int. So if you remove this, and it should work properly. Okay, yeah, correct. String will not take as average. Yes, correct answer. Move on to the final question. What's the error here? Can anybody guess? Don't worry, this is going to be a very short class. Okay, we will wrap up soon. Okay, and still if you have any doubts left, you can always message us, right? Yeah, correct. This is how you have to submit it. You can solve it in your laptop and then send it to yourself. Okay, send it to your phone and then submit through app. For previous batch students, you can submit through Google form. For for those who are of different domains, don't worry, we are discussing your domain too. Okay, after this we will discuss AI and then we will discuss web assignment. Okay, so this was your week 1 assignment, right? Task 2 was to create a presentation. I hope you all know how to create a presentation, right? Now let's move to the week 2 assignment for Python students. Okay, so the first question is write a program to count word frequencies in a given text, right? So the objective here was to create a program that would read a particular text that a user may enter, and then the program would count the frequencies of the word uttered in it. Okay, so I have the program right here. Let me show it to you. Right, this is the program, I think. Yeah. Okay, this was your exercises, right? This is the word program. Okay, now I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, we will learn this line by line. Okay, what about Java, sir? We will discuss Java soon, don't worry. We are going to discuss Java. So the first line here, def count word frequencies, this line defines a function, right? And this is the name. This is the name of the function. We are defining a function here that takes a single parameter text. Hold on. Right. See, this is the function we have. This is the name of the function. Okay. To make it easier for you, the name here is as it is. Okay, count word frequencies. This is the name. Okay, you can't name it like this, it will cause an error. Okay, there can't be spaces. Okay, and this is a single parameter that we are passing on to this function. Okay, it represents the input text for which the word frequencies need to be counted. Okay, this will be the thing where we will be searching the frequencies for. Okay, moving on to the next line. This line initiates an empty dictionary, okay, named word frequency. This is the name, word frequency. Okay, which will store word frequencies where keys are words and values will be their respective frequencies. Okay, this will store the word frequencies, right? In the next line, right, this line will split the input text, okay, into separate words using the split function. Okay, let me show it. I will run it for you. Okay, just to show you guys. Wait. So what does this program does is, let me enter a text. For example, hi, my name is Karthik. Okay, then I will write again hi, and then when I will press enter, it will tell me the word frequencies of each text. Okay, so it says hi came twice. Okay, see, hi and hi, it came twice. Rest all the words came only one time. Is 1, Karthik 1, May 1. Okay, name 1, May spelling got wrong, just ignore it. Okay, so this is what we are trying to create. Okay, so for this we will first split up this text, right, using this split function. Okay, now we are launching a loop. Okay, this line will start a loop that iterates over each word in the list of words. Okay, it will iterate words in the words. Okay, and in the next line we are going to strip all these things, right? These are the parameters we are passing here. Okay, this line will remove leading and trailing characters specified in the argument, right, from each word. For this we are using strip. Okay, these you should remember: split, strip, lower. Now in the next line we are using lower function. Why? To create each word into lower cases. Why? Because if we don't use this lower function here, the program will treat the first high, this one, and the second high as different, because h is here is capital and here it is small. If we don't use this lower function, it will count these two as different, it will not count them as same. Okay, now we are using simply if condition. Okay, now we are going to check if the words already exist as a key in this dictionary, okay, which we are creating. Okay, it will check if it already exists or not. If it exists, we would increment it, or else it is the same, then we will return the function. Okay, this is the function, user defined function that we have created. Now into the main function, we will take the user input right from here, and then use the function that we have created. Code snippet 4 explanation, sir. How do presentation? Create presentations using PowerPoint, okay, or you can use AI if you are smart enough. Okay, no foundation. Code snippet 4, where was it? This code snippet 4, right? What's the error here? The simple error is this here, score. It's not storing anything, right? It should be a list. Got it? Wait, this is the correct program that you are trying to create, right? See here, this is a list. Okay, this was the error. Here it is not a list, so it won't store anything, right? Now it should work perfectly. See, it is updating the records here now. Earlier Alice had 88 and 92, now we added 95 too, right? So in the output you can see 88, 92, 95. Same way with Bob. Bob had 70, 85, and we added one more, 91, and now it has 91 too, right? Moving on. Hello, hi, hello. Okay, this is clear, right? The second program was palindrome, right? The same questions were given to Java students too. Okay, so if you can guess the correct answer yourself, the logic is same, either it is Python or Java. Okay, logic remains the same. Show one time, sir, presentation. Presentation is, you have to create it yourself, right? You will have to create it yourself. I can't show you presentation. Okay, so what is palindrome number? Palindrome word, sorry. We have to create a program that checks if a given word is a palindrome. So for those who don't know, palindrome is a word that remains the same even after you invert it, right? For example, let me show you. For example, radar. If you reverse it, it still remains the same. It's still radar. Okay, if you read it from left to right or right to left, it's the same word, radar and radar. So this is a palindrome. Okay, can you think of any more words like palindrome? There is one more famous word in palindrome from our India. It is Malayalam. Okay, anybody speaks Malayalam here? Malayalam is also a palindrome word. Okay, if you read it from left to right, it's still Malayalam. Right to left, it's still Malayalam. Correct. Dad, mom, it is also palindrome. Correct. So let us try. Okay, I'll clear this. If we run palindrome program, this is the objective. Okay, so let us check radar. It says radar is a palindrome. Correct. Okay, Murli said mom. Let's try mom. Mom is a palindrome. Correct. Right? This is how you have to create that is a palindrome. What if I try to write my name Karthik? Karthik is not a palindrome, because if you try to read Karthik from right to left, it's something else. It's not Karthik, it's right. It's Kitrak. It's not Karthik. So this is not a palindrome number. So let's discuss the logic how we created this program, right? Same logic you can use in Java too, right? Using Java syntax. Okay, don't copy the syntax. Okay, this is the code. Okay, even after this class, if somebody is having any problem, they can contact us. Okay, so this is the function that we are defining first. Okay, def, and then we are defining it is the this is the name. Okay, is palindrome, and then we are passing one parameter named word. Okay, as the comment suggests here, convert the number to lowercase. Here we are converting it to lowercase. Okay, whatever the user is going to pass in this parameter, first we are going to convert it into lowercase, right? And in the next line, this line returns true if the reversed word. Okay, here we are reversing it, right? Okay, this line returns true if the reversed word is equal to the original word, right? Otherwise it will return as false. Okay, boolean, return word equals to reserved word, right? This is the variable we are storing it, correct? Now we are testing the function here, right? Word equals to input. Now we are taking the input from the user. Okay, you can create a user based program, user input, or you can write your own word here. Okay, and then we are printing these dialogues. If the condition matches with this function that we have created, it should return is palindrome. Else condition we have written here, if and else statement. Okay, else it is not a palindrome. See, the process of presentation is very easy. Okay, have you used PowerPoint before? You are instructed here to create a presentation on these topics, right? Introduction and history of Python, functions and modules. Okay, you can submit in PPT and PDF format. Okay, use PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint to create presentations. Okay, minimum of 6 to 8 pages at least. Write your name in the presentation. Okay, pretty simple. Now discussing the third program, create a list of numbers, then write a program that prints the square of each number. Okay, so program is written here for you all. What we need is, we need a number. Okay, list. Here is the list, and we need to print the squares of each number. So let me show you how the program runs and what is our objective. Okay, see, this is our objective. We have the list here, and the program should calculate the squares of the number. For example, the square of 1 is 1, 2 4, 3 ka square 9, 4 square is 12 or 16, and then 5 square is 25, right? So it was the, I think, easiest program after the first one. Okay, simply here we have created a function. This is the name and this is the parameter that we are passing, right? And then we are using a for loop to iterate over each element, right? We want it to iterate over each element, so we are using for loop here. Okay, and here we are calculating the square. Okay, here number, and this is the square. Okay, square 2 asterisk asterisk, and then simply we are printing it. Okay, if you want these programs, kindly if you have faced any programs, okay, you can message us. For those who don't know our number, I'm showing it one more time, 9455345519, or contact us on our app. it's the same thing. Okay. Okay, so for prompt engineering students, first week assignment was to, it was to build basics of Python, right? So we gave you a bit of intermediate level Python program, temperature converter, right? You were instructed to create a Python program which would act as a temperature converter, right? And the requirements was, if the input unit is Fahrenheit, convert to Celsius. If it is Celsius, then convert to Fahrenheit. For your ease, we even provided you the formula, right? This is the formula you will have to use. Hints is also given. How many of you have done it? It was pretty basic. Did you mean yes? Great, okay. So for those who couldn't do it, okay, is there anybody left? This was the program, okay. If anybody is facing issues of this compiler or IDE, VS Code, they can also contact, okay. We'll help to set it up for you. Okay, so let us discuss this program line by line. This is the function we are defining here, convert temperature, and these are the parameters, okay. Two parameters we are passing here, okay, temperature and what is the unit. Okay, now we are using the if condition. If unit is F, Fahrenheit, right, then we are going to use this formula, okay, temperature minus 32, okay, as shown here for your ease. Okay, else if the unit is given as Celsius, then use this formula, right? Both formulas are given in the file. Else return invalid if the user types something else, okay, except from these two outputs. If anything else is given, return it, right? This is the simple formula that we are using. Now converted temperature equals to round, right? Is that clear till now? This line here rounds the value of converted temperature, okay. This converted temperature, it will round it to 2 decimal places, okay. We are using the round function here to create a round function till 2 decimals, okay. And then we will return this converted temperature. Here we have already taken 2 temperatures here, and now if we try to run this program, okay, as you can see here, temperatures are converted. 98.6 Fahrenheit is 37 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees Celsius is 98.6. Yes, if I think this was the last question, right, for Python students. Python students, you can leave right now. If you have any questions, you can ask. Else now we are going to discuss this web development assignment, okay. Thank you, Dinesh, if for attending. If you want to leave, you can leave. One more thing is, you had your first class on 6th, right, for the May batch students. You had your first class on 6th, right, 6th or 7th. So I would like your feedback on that, okay. You can leave your feedback here or on the group chat of your app, okay. I would like to know the feedback. Coming back, so for web development students, the first assignment was to create personal portfolio website, right? And for the ease of you, we gave the first assignment only for HTML, right? If you want to use CSS, you can use, and I am going to show you both, okay, how you can create only in HTML, and if you want to make it more attractive, how you can upgrade it using CSS. Okay, these were the simple instructions that we gave. You had to, okay, project description, this is here, okay, basic structure. You had to enter page title, heading, about me section, skills, interest, project section, right? So first let me show you what you had to create, right? uh, just a second. Portfolio. So this is what you had to create, right? A simple portfolio page without CSS. Let me remove the CSS for you. Okay, if we reload this page without CSS, your page looks like that. It is pretty simple using HTML, right? Quite basic. But if you add CSS, right, now if we reload it, the page, it looks like this. So this is the code. It's pretty basic, very short code. Okay, for those who are complete beginners in HTML, don't be scared thinking it's a very long code. It's very easy. Now I'm going to discuss it line by line for you all. Okay, if you face any issues, do let me know. Okay, so starting off by a program, from the first line, the first line declares the document type and version of HTML being used, right? So in our case it is HTML5, right? It declares the file type. Okay, as you can guess it from here also, doc type HTML. Okay, the second line, HTML thus and specifies the language of the content. Okay, JS also, we if you want to use JavaScript, yes, you can use the best of your knowledge, but for those who are beginners, we haven't instructed you to use JavaScript. Okay, because it might be too difficult for you. We will have Java classes further which will help you. Okay, those Java classes will help you, JavaScript classes will help you, and week 3 assignment will have JavaScript questions. Okay, let's get back to the topic. This line opens up the HTML document and specifies the language of content. In this case it is English. Okay, it specifies the language. Okay, now moving on to the third line, it is the head. Okay, let me zoom in it a bit. Okay, this is the header tag. Okay, head section of the HTML document. It contains all the metadata such as the document's title, character set, and viewport settings. Okay, as you can see, it has all the metadata and the link to CSS too. Okay, if you're not using CSS, you don't need to use this line. Okay, if you are using CSS, then it's fine. Okay, this is used to link the CSS file. Okay, this is the name of our CSS file. Okay, next line, meta char set. Okay, it sets the character encoding of the document to UTF-8. Okay, what is the use? It supports a wide range of characters from different languages. Okay, so you can think it of as a code, okay, to support characters from different languages. Okay, and the next line is the metadata for viewport. Okay, it sets the properties for responsive web designs. Okay, it ensures that the page renders properly on various devices. Okay, by setting its width, device width, right? So it's used to create responsiveness, right? Now this here is the title. Okay, you can create any title, right? As you can see here, I have written my title, Karthik Ailawat, right? So you can add any title that you want. Okay, so after this we close the head tag, HTML remains open. Then we start the body tag, right? Add our headers, okay, and then we start the body tag. In body tag we start our sections, right? If you have any doubts, okay, can start messaging them, okay, in the live chat. Section ID, yes, a recording of this class will be provided. Okay, here we are providing is ID, okay, we are naming it here, okay, about, okay, and this h2 is the size, okay, you can write h3, h4, h1, it is the size h2 of the heading, okay. Here I have written just about me, okay, and in this p tag it is the paragraph tag, okay. Here you can see this is the paragraph. Here you can write about yourself, okay. According to your assignment, the first part is done, right? The basic structure, page title and heading, about me section. Now we have to add skills and interests, right? Let's write skills and interests. For that, now we are closing this section, right? Second section starts, section ID, skills, right? Naming it skills, again heading as skills, h2. Now we are using an unordered list, okay. For that we are using ul tag, right? This is a ul tag. It is used to create unordered list. Here this li tag means list items, okay, whatever you write here. Okay, for example, if I write here html, right, css, okay, if you now reload your html page, now you can see skills are added as html css, okay. So that ul tag is used to create unordered list. Like this, if you want to create a list, there's one more tag which is named as ol tag, ordered list, okay. Ol tag is used to create ordered list, which means currently you are seeing these as dots, right? If you use ol tag you will get 1, 2 or 3, okay, number wise systems. Closing this, the same way we will add interests, okay, it's the same, right? And then same way we are adding project, but in project we are adding one more thing. If you can see here, okay, it is adding as a link, right? It's not working because we haven't added anything, right? Here in the project section we are using h3 heading for the project title, right? Description of the project using paragraph tag, and here we are using anchor tag href, okay, to add the link, right? If you have any now is not the time to call, okay, kindly do not call right now, some students are calling, okay. Here I have written hashtag, right, but you will have to add your link, okay, no, here, right? So this link will be clickable, okay. Currently it's not redirecting to any other project, okay, but you can add your project's link here so that your employer may click it and see what projects you have created, right? This is our program. Now I'm going to show you the css part for it, right? Without css it's pretty ugly, right? Hello, hello. बेटा अभी क्लास चल रही है, कैन यू वेट फॉर like 15 minutes, I'll call you back, okay? Okay, okay. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance, right? Without css it's it's pretty ugly. Okay, very basic. So we need to use CSS to make it attractive, right? So this is the CSS part of this program. Okay, let's discuss this. Okay, after this we'll discuss the week 2 assignment. Okay, let me check the comment section. Okay, so first this section, this block of CSS, okay, it sets the margin padding of all elements to 0. Okay, the padding and margin are set to 0 here, right? And ensures, it is to ensure that the box sizing property is set to border box for all elements. Okay, it helps, the use of this is to help to create consistent spacing and sizing across different browsers. Okay, so that it is according to different browsers, right? Now moving on to the body part. Okay, now we are styling the body part of our program, right? This body part, first we are using the font. Okay, here we are using Arial sans serif. You can use any font that you like. Okay, Times New Roman. Here we are using Arial sans serif. Okay, you can use any font you want. Okay, this is the line height. Okay, the line height, the more it is, the better readability, but if you increase it too much, it may cause, no, it doesn't look good. See, now there is more line gap. Okay, too much gap. If you reduce it like 1.6, it's the standard, right? Just notice how it changes, right? Now less gap. So this line here, line height, is used to change the gap. No, it is not mandatory to make responsive, but in the week 3 assignment it will be mandatory. Okay, currently we are discussing week 1. Here we are setting background color, right? You can choose any color that you want, right? Choose any color that you want. Now I have chosen red, right? Margin again 0. Now we are styling the header part, right? You can see this header part, right? You can change color same like you did before, background color. Okay, let's see, like this. Okay, here we are setting the header font size. It is 36, right? You can see it's a big font. You can change, you can see, play around, okay, to see what difference that it can create. It will, this hit and trial method makes you learn, right? Now it's too small. Okay, I think 40 would be the right size. See, now styling the main part of the program. Okay, this is setting the max width 800 pixels, margin, okay, 20 pixels auto. Okay, this adds padding of 20 pixels and sets the background color to white. Okay, here this is the code for setting background to white, right? This line here will center it horizontally, right, with auto margins. Okay, okay, right. This 8 pixel here is for rounded corners, right? This is for rounded corners, and this is box shadow. Okay, for subtle elevation effect. You can see here due to the color now, okay, you might be able to see it clearly, this roundness of the box, right? We are setting it here. This is the roundness, correct? Section margin is 30 pixels, okay. Second header. This way in CSS you can add style to each and every block separately, okay. Here we are setting different style for header, different for main, different for section, okay. This way you can add different styles. If you want same style for all sections, okay, you can create it for all the same setting. This is just simple CSS, okay. We are setting margin bottoms for everything, okay. This is the margins we are setting. Clear? If meanwhile if you have any doubts, kindly leave them in the chat section, okay. Anything. Contact information, okay, we missed contact information here, okay. If you want you can write, but if you are sharing it on LinkedIn, don't write your contact information, okay. Don't write anything personal. Now this is the second assignment of web development, right? This link is currently not working because our this page is not working currently, right? .com website is down. So let me show you. We have shared the image that you had to use, right? We have shared the image with you. It is attached in your assignment what you had to create, okay, this web page. Yeah, so let me show you what you had to create. This is the web page that you will have to create, okay. It's the same as this portfolio page. It is same. What is the difference? Difference is in the styling part, the CSS part, and one more thing, we are using a one more tag here, okay, a different tag which is used to create these boxes, okay. Rest these both are same, okay. Let me show you the code for this. Here we are using the div tag, right, for creating different divisions, right? We are using different div tag for web development program, div tag for app development. This way we are creating this page, okay, right? Okay. So let me explain for those, okay. I'll explain it, the code, okay. Like we discussed earlier, this is the document type and the version of HTML. This is the language, the head tag, and these metadata for our page, okay. Inside this head tag we are using this to link our CSS, okay. Without CSS it won't, in this program you will have to use CSS. Without CSS it won't work, right? In this program it is mandatory to use CSS, right? In the upcoming classes we will learn CSS too, okay. Now using h1 header tag we are creating internship, right? This internship tag, and then the div tag we are using, okay. So this div tag is creating a division or a section, okay, and this we are setting it as a class with a name, okay. Assigns a class name. Why do we need to assign this class name? It is used for CSS part, okay. When we define the class name here, then we can use it in the CSS part to style it, okay, if we need to style it differently. Now inside this div there are multiple cards, right? Here we are creating a card, Each card has a structure. This is the structure of this card, right? This is the structure. Right? After this, we are using the same as we did in the portfolio. Okay, we are using an OL tag. If you want, you can choose an OL tag too. Okay, it's the same thing. You can use an ordered list, unordered list. Okay, if we refresh, see, this is an ordered list. Okay, 1 2 3 4, this is unordered list. For this you will have to use OL tag. For this you will have to use UL tag. Right, for your convenience I showed you this. Okay, here we are creating a button. Okay, the button you can see here, view details. It doesn't work, right? Because we haven't put it anything here. There is no link. Okay, just a empty button. Okay, this, just like this we created this, you can copy it and create 4 more. Okay, for app development for Python and Java, and it will create a program like this. The main part here is the CSS to target the tag. Right, you will need to set a target. Currently there is no target, right? So it doesn't work. Now let us look at the CSS part of this program, which is the main thing, right? Okay, so this font family here, first we are styling the body. Okay, this font family, this sets the default font to Arial, sans serif. Okay, and if not available, any sans serif font. Okay, this is the family font used for default font. Okay, it will set the default font for our program. This is the background color. Okay, if you are using VS Code, you can directly choose any color like this, right? But if you are using an online compiler or any other thing, then you will need to use a code, right? Okay, here we are using text align center. Okay, this is used to align the text to the center, H1. Okay, as you can see here, our H1 tags are aligned to center, right? In our program, H1 tag, like this internship H1 tag. Okay, as you can see, it is in center. Why is it in center? Because of the CSS, we have aligned it here as center. Okay, now let us discuss this part. Okay, this here styles the container that holds the card. Okay, the cards that we created here, this will style this part. Okay, this display flex, it will enable a flexbot layout. Okay, which allows items to wrap onto multiple lines. Okay, this space around justify content. Okay, it is used to justify the spaces, the items evenly with spaces around them. Okay, as you can see in this program, everything is evenly with space around them, right? They are not overlapping or something. Just a second, guys. Okay, this padding part we saw in the previous program too, right? In the portfolio part, this is the padding. Okay, add space inside the container's border. It is adding the padding inside the container box. Okay, same way we are designing the card. Okay, we are setting the border at 1 pixel, and here is the color, little silver thing, gray color. Okay, then padding 20 pixels, margin at 10 pixels. Okay, you can change it if you want according to your need and find out how it works for you, right? We are setting width here. Okay, width, we are using calculate function right here. it is used to adjust the width as necessary. We have written the comment here for your ease too. Okay, calculates the width to be half of the container minus the padding and margin, right? So that it is flexible for all browsers and whatever you are using. Sir, in a second assignment, can we use image in a card as a background? Sure, you can use image. Okay, see, this assignment has a purpose why we have given this assignment. Have you seen Vault of Codes website? Our website currently doesn't have this internship page, right? We all need you all to create this page for us. Okay, whosoever creates the most attractive page, we will surely give them a shout out on our website here. Like you can see, we share amazing projects by our students. We will give them a shout out, and also on our LinkedIn. Okay, share your work through LinkedIn. Okay, tag Vault of Codes. If you create this page attractive enough, we will surely share it. Okay, and use it on our website. Okay, so take this assignment seriously, because we will select the best page to add on our website. Okay, we need this web page, we need this. Okay, right. Yes, we are not discussing assignment 2 for AI and prompt engineering. Okay, we will have another session for that. Okay, we will discuss it along with some more important concepts of that. Okay, assignment 1 of AI and prompt engineering has been discussed. Okay, week 2 assignment will be discussed later. Now coming to the media queries. Okay, what is the use of this media queries? It is used for responsiveness. It applies, as we have set here, is 800 pixels max width. It applies styles when the viewport is 800 pixels wide or less. Okay, this card, okay, width changes to full, right here, changes to full width minus padding and margin. Again, calculate function, full width on smaller screens. Okay, media query for responsiveness. Here we are using it for smaller screens, right? Again, some styling part for the button, right? If you want to change button styles, right, here it is purple, you want to change color or the roundness of these buttons, right? You can see the roundness or the text inside them. You want to make the text big, or you want to change the size of this button. All can be done through this here. Okay, what is this cursor pointer? It is to be noted. Okay, it is used to change the cursor. If you have noticed, look at my cursor, it's normal everywhere, but when I change it to here, it changes to a pointer, right? It's a point. Now it has a hand to click. Okay, it's changing, right? How is this possible? Due to this, it's changing to a pointer, right? Now let us discuss each part. Okay, display block makes the button a block level element, right? Sets the width of the button 20%. You can change it, okay, according to you. See, now the width has changed. It is too small now, I think. Let's add 40 to make it more big, right? Now it is too big. Okay, so according to your need, your styles, yes, it is mandatory. Okay, add responsiveness to your program. Okay, add responsiveness, it's important. The margin here centers the button horizontally. Okay, this is the background color for button, and this is the color for text, right? Padding, again, you can change this to find out what the program behaves, right? So I think we have discussed all the questions now, right? Everything is covered. Now we will have next class, okay, where we'll discuss further questions. Thank you for joining. If anything is left or you have any queries, let me know in the live chat right now, okay? Java, let's discuss Java, okay? Rest you all can leave. Now we are discussing Java, okay? What was your first assignment, Java students? Okay, I think this link is not working, right? Is this link working? This is the Java assignment, same as the Python. We had to find errors, right? In this document, find errors. Let me open this document somewhere. Uh, Wait. Right. See, this was your assignment, right? Debug Java. Okay, you had to debug this program, right? What is the error? We have attached this file, right? This file is attached to your assignment, okay? The content of the link is not working, so we have added this, okay? You got it? If this is not available, I will send it again, okay? And this is your week 1 assignment, right? Similar, this is the same assignment that was given to Python students, okay? And the solution is also same. Wait, I'm getting a call, okay? Give me Okay, am I audible? Can you all hear me? How many of you are done with this assignment? Okay, can you all hear me? Is the voice clear? Okay, first let us discuss. This is a very easy assignment, right? 4 questions same as Python students, right? These are same questions. Okay, hint are also given. What is the error here? See, okay, actually I have something important to do right now. Something came up. Okay, so we will discuss this assignment. I will send you the answers. First we will discuss this one, okay, because I think this is a little difficult one for you all, for beginner students. Okay, so this is a bit difficult one, so we will discuss them. Okay, this debug part is easy, and I will send you the answers if you have any queries. Okay, if you have any questions, leave them. Okay, leave them in the chat box. Okay, so your first question was same as Python students, to create word frequencies in a given text, right? So I have already prepared the answer for you. Wait. Yes, so the objective here was, sir, can we also post PPT in LinkedIn to assessment work? Yes, you can post PPT. Okay, for those who haven't followed Vault of Codes till yet, okay, follow Vault of Codes. Okay, you will have to tag us too, right? You will need to tag us. Okay, make sure to tag us, right? Let us discuss the assignment, right? So here we have a string here named, let me zoom in it for you. This must be visible now, right? We have a string here, hello, hi, hello. Okay, so when we run this program, we get the frequency of the words uttered here. Okay, hi came only once, hello came 2 times, right? So how do we create this program? Simply, this is the program. Okay, now I will discuss this line by line. Okay, so the first line here, okay, import java.util dot hash map. This line imports, okay, imports hash map class from the java.util package. Okay, this is the package that we install with JDK, right? You will have to install JDK in your system to run Python, else you can use an online compiler. Okay, so java util package has a hash map class. Okay, hash map is a data structure in Java that uses key value pairs and allows for efficient retrieval and value based on keys. Why we are using this hash map import feature? We are importing this class hash map? Because we'll be using it here. Okay, we need to store this, right, and then retrieve it when we will go through it. Okay, that's why we are importing hash map here. Okay, then we will use second class map. It is also from util package. Okay, map is an interface that represents a mapping between keys and values. Okay, it is used to map keys and values together. Okay, moving on to the next line. Okay, this line starts the declaration of a Java class named word frequency counter. Okay, this is the name of the class, word frequency counter, and this is the public, it is a public class. Okay, then we are writing public static void main string and argument. Okay, this line declares the main method, which is the entry point of the program. Okay, for example, in different languages you write void main or main program. Okay, here you will write public static void main. Okay, this is the entry point of the program. It takes an array of string. Okay, this takes the array of string as input parameters, right? Now we are adding our string here. Okay, you can write whatever you want. Okay, for example, here we're writing hello, hi, my name is Karthik, right? Now it is showing Karthik came twice, right? This is what we are trying to create here. Okay, after writing a string, we are writing this line. Okay, this line declares a map variable named word frequency. Okay, word frequency, and assigns it the result of calling the word frequencies, okay, method with the text as the argument. This text is the argument that will be passing on. Okay, this method will return a map containing the frequencies of each word in the text. Okay, what will this line will do is this will map each word in the text that we have given. Okay, it will map each word, each separate word. Okay, and now we are using this to print. Okay, system dot out dot println word frequencies. Okay, here this is what printing out. Okay, now we are using the for loop to print this, right? For loop, we'll need to run a for loop, right? This line starts a for loop iterating over the entries of the word frequency map, right? This word frequency map that we created, right? Each entry consists of a word, or you can say key. Okay, because we created into a key, right? Each word is a key, and its frequency is the value. Okay, how many times it occurred? Karthik occurred 2 times, right? It's the value. The frequency means value. Okay, just a minute, guys. Right. Okay, so as we discussed, the frequency is the value. Okay, now we are again printing out, okay, each word frequency pair in the word frequency map, right? Retrieving the word and the frequencies, right? Now we are printing it, right? This is how it works. This ends the end for loop, and this for the main function, right? This is for loop, this is for main function, right? Now we are using this public static, okay, public static map less than string integer. Okay, this line declares a method named count word frequencies. Okay, it is declaring a method, and this is the name, that takes a string parameter, which is the text. Okay, it is a string parameter that we are taking, and returns a map containing word frequencies. It will take text and return a map containing word frequencies. The next line initiates a new hash map, right, as discussed earlier as word frequency map. Okay, don't worry, this is a bit difficult program. If you are unable to understand it, I will explain it again. Okay, and if you are unable to create it, you can message us and we will send you this program. Okay, after creating this new hash map to store the data, okay, here we are on the string line. Okay, this line splits the input text into an array of words. Okay, like in the Python program, we splitted the word using split function. here we are also splitting it into different array of words. Okay, it uses split method of strings with the regular expression, right? This is the expression which matches one or more white spaces characters. Okay, to distinguish between the white space characters. Understood? Moving on to the next line, we are using a for loop here. Okay, for iterating over each word in the word array. Okay, the array that we created here after splitting the text. Okay, this text, hi name Karthik is hello. After this splitting it, okay, we are iterating over it, these words, okay, one by one, to check if they are occurring again or not. Okay, this again line replace all. What is the function? This line removes any non-alphabetic characters from the word. Okay, it is used to replace all if any non-alphabetical character occurs in our sentence. Okay, and then we are creating into lowercase. For example, here you can see in my text I added hello and H is capital, but here hello is small, H small, because here we are using the lowercase function to lowercase to convert this array of all the words into lowercase. Okay, now we are updating the frequency count. Okay, if word dot length is greater than 0, okay, if this word occurs more than 0, then what we need to do is +1, right? And then return the function. As you can see, when we run this program, it shows you the following result, right? You can also create this program as user input based program, where the program asks for input from the user. Okay, here we are already providing the string text here. It can also be a input based program. Second program is palindrome checker. As discussed earlier, palindrome is a word that is same even after we invert it, right? It is same even after we invert it. For example, radar is same, right? Even if you read it from left to right or right to left, it's same as radar. Okay, similar way, mom is same, dad is same. Either way you read it, it's same. One more word, Malayalam is a palindrome. Okay, it's same either way you read it, right? This is your program for palindrome checker. It's an easy program. Okay, here we have also taken the input primarily. Okay, you can also create as an input based program. When we run it, here I have taken radar, right? It shows radar is a palindrome. What if I write Aman? Is this a palindrome? Aman is not a palindrome, because if we read it from red to light, it's not the same, right? If we write mom, it must be same, right? MOM or MOM, it's the same thing. So mom must be a palindrome. But it's showing, wait, yeah, mom is a palindrome, right? Here we have not used two lowercase function that we used here, right? So it is reading this mom and smaller mom as different. Okay, that's why it gave mom is not palindrome in the first case. Now it is showing correct. Okay, so now let's discuss this program. First, we created a public class named palindrome checker. Here you can put any name that you want. Okay, but there shouldn't be any spaces. If it has space, any thing like this, it won't work. Okay, it shows error. So there must be no name. Okay, no spaces. Now we are starting the program as public static void main string and arguments. Okay, here we are adding the string as mom. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay, now using if else statement, if here we are adding if else statement. Okay, in this line checks if the word we are passing here, okay, that we declared here is a palindrome by calling is palindrome method. Okay, it's a method is palindrome. It returns true. If it returns true, it means it is a palindrome. If it doesn't return true, it is not a palindrome. Okay, so simply here we are putting out the output as is a palindrome, or else in the else condition it comes is not a palindrome, right? After this we are simply using boolean is palindrome. Okay, this line declares a method named is palindrome. This is a method now. Okay, method which takes string parameter and return boolean. Okay, it is returning a boolean value indicating whether word is a palindrome or not. Okay, it returns a boolean value. Okay, here we will need to run the whole word using for loop and its length. Okay, this line calculates the length of the input word. Okay, the word that we put here, for example mom, it must be 3. Okay, to calculate the length of the word, length equals to word dot length. It is the function here, length. Okay, we are storing into this integer, and here we are using for loop here and putting this length here as the value for running this for loop as its limit. Okay, here this line starts a loop that iterates over the beginning of the word. Okay, I equals to 0, which means it starts from the beginning, to the middle of the word, which is length divided by 2, till middle. It compares the character from the beginning of the start with corresponding characters from the end of the record. Okay, then it increments. Okay, if word character I, okay, this line checks if the character at index I, okay, this I from the start of the program is equal to the character of index length minus I, which is the opposite length. Okay, if they are not equal, the word is not a palindrome and it will return false, right? If they are not equal, it's false, right? If they are, the first and last are not equal, it's not a palindrome. It will return false, else it will return true, and your program must execute successfully. The point to be noted here is we are not using two lowercase function like we use here. Okay, if you are not using this function here, it will cause an error if you use capital letters. For example, here I am using capital for mom, right? M is capital, so this will give out as mom is not a palindrome, which is a wrong answer, right? Mom is palindrome. But why is it giving a wrong answer? Because we haven't converted into a lowercase character. Okay, so you can add this function, okay, or keep in mind while writing your word. Now it is showing mom is a palindrome. Okay, so your last question of your assignment is create a list of numbers, then write a program that prints each square. Okay, same program had in Python. Okay, very simple question. Okay, here we are importing the array list from the Java util package, right? Array list is a resizable array implementation in Java. Okay, it is a class array list. Okay, you don't need to memorize each class, right? This is just for your knowledge purpose that I am sharing. You can use asterisk 2 to include all the classes at once. Okay, it's a smart way to do it. Next class we are importing is list. Okay, it imports the list interface. Okay, list is an ordered collection in Java that allows duplicates. Right, now we are creating this line declares the main method which serves as the entry point. Right, it takes the array of string, right, as input parameters. Later in the list, this line declares a list names number that stores integers. Right, it's storing the integers that we are going to pass. Later we are adding numbers dot add 2, numbers dot add 4, 6, 8 and 10. Right, these are the number that we are adding to the list. Okay, now we will, for the simplicity of the program, for those who run it so that they get it clearly, we are giving it an output for original numbers. Right, system.out println original numbers. Okay, original numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Now we are printing the squares. For printing the squares, we will first run an for loop for this program, right, so that it iterates over each number, first for 2, then for 8, 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. Okay, for that the formula is this: num in asterisk num. Okay, got it? This line will calculate the squares of current number and store in the variable square. Okay, it will calculate and store it here in the square, and then we will output the square. So when this for loop will run, first it will calculate for 2 and then print it, then it will go to 4, then print its square, then 6. As you can see in the output, 2 ka square 4, 4 square is 16, 6 is 36, 8 for 64 and 10 are 100. So all our answers are correct. Okay, this was your last question, and you all also had to create a presentation, right, for file handling in Java, right, and Java language features and syntax. We are left with week 1 assignment, which we will discuss later. Currently I've got some work. Okay, we will discuss this. Thank you for joining today's class. Okay, this answer will be updated by tomorrow, I think. Okay, and then we will meet in next class. The last thing I want from you all is to provide me with the feedback of your previous class that you had, your lecture. Okay, on your app. Okay, thank you for joining today's class. I am ending the session now. Okay, thank you for joining. If you have still any doubt left, you can message us, right, on WhatsApp or on app, anywhere. Okay, thank you for joining. We will meet again soon. Okay, bye bye everybody. Thank you for joining. I am closing the session now. Good night to everybody. Thank you.